Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm. Try to do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. We've got over 1,000 of these available for your listening pleasure now. We are endeavoring to bring you a comprehensive list of things that are useful to you. This is the Life Lesson Series 115. These are things that life may be trying to teach you, but you may not be paying as close an attention as you would benefit from or may need to. If you're looking for life, relationship, business coaching, or habit change coaching in any way, would love to be of assistance to you so that you can get the most out of this year and beyond. The couple ways you can reach out through Twitter at PO Perception or in the About Me section of the YouTube page. Either way will lead you to a conversation with me or a member of my team, and then we can go from there to bring you your needs and get your needs met for you. The more specific your questions going in, the better you can get out of a session, so that can be helpful as well. So please feel free to reach out if that's going to be beneficial to you. This, as mentioned, is the Life Lessons number 115. So we've been around with these for a little while. Would love to continue the series. And so the first thing is honesty. Honesty with others and honesty with yourself. Now, it's an interesting quandary because at the end of the day, people want the honesty they can handle. Many people are not comfortable with or ready for brutal, complete honesty. Instead, what they have is connected with the idea of, some level of honesty, but a level that's at an emotional, quadrangle they can handle. So you've got to understand the language that you use is important when dealing with other people. It also is important to understand that you are responsible for the way in which you bring forth the answers and information you give to others, and knowing how to be honest. But firstly, be honest with yourself. Be honest about your strengths, your weaknesses, and be open to new experiences. Just because you're open to something does not mean that you have to agree with it. Also doesn't mean you have to adopt whatever a person believes, thinks, feels, or whatever have you. Finding a way to begin to understand that you cultivate your own truth. There is no or very little universal truth that applies to all people other than very basic things like hate is bad and love is good. There's very little complete truth that applies to every human being on the planet. So understand that you are cultivating your knowledge and your ability to have a relationship with your own truth. And sometimes people's different truths don't actually mesh with each other. That means you've outgrown a person. It doesn't mean they are bad and you are good. It doesn't mean they are right and you are wrong. It just means you're going in opposite directions or different directions from the other. The more you cling to the idea that you are better or superior to another person, the more pain you cause yourself based on that principle. The next thing to consider is beginning to understand that when you get to a focal point which allows you to spin around the end results of what you're trying to accomplish, you will accomplish a lot more by focusing on the desired end result. Sometimes people get lost in the nuances of the things they wish they could do, the things they think they should do, the things that they wish others wouldn't do, and they begin to get lost in those nuances and lose their focus on being able to move forward in their own lives and or get to a certain quality of life or level of quality of life in a manner that leads you uh, uh, um, that's kind of there. Um, and so beginning to understand the value to to get to um, a level we can begin to understand the value there and also get more out of daily living and the experience of living in a manner that is beneficial. Um, and so beginning to understand how to do that and the ways to do that and the manners with which to do that is also important. So looking at discipline, understanding um, what matters there uh, is important. So discipline is about promising yourself uh, what you need to get out of life, where you need to go in order to get things going, um, and also knowing what your pitfalls are as it relates to getting things out of life in a more meaningful manner. So discipline is about having an accountability partner, which is what, for at least for me, coaching is primarily about. Finding someone to work with that can help hold you accountable to the goals you make for yourself. They aren't invested in your goals, they're invested in you keeping your promises to yourself, and that is important. When you begin to understand the connection to promises as it relates to yourself, we can begin to understand how to, know yourself best and also celebrate the smaller victories in your life, understanding that celebrating each victory may be laborious, but celebrating victory consistently, no matter how small, can give you the ability to keep going and tackle larger challenges personally, professionally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever have you. So, a spirit of celebration is necessary in order to be successful. So, hopefully, this is helpful. Keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.